Welcome to ENV 170 Environmental Science. This is your instructor, Julia Nicholas. And during the slideshow, we're going to cover the general course information, the Learning House layout, and then go through some of the main sections of your syllabus. So first off, this is a 3-unit lecture, 1-unit lab course, and the lab is a co-requisite, so that means that you have to be enrolled in the lecture and lab section together, unless you have already taken one of those sections in the past. And your required text is called Principles of Environmental Science. We'll go over that a little bit more later, what your text should look like. And this is a distance course, so it's completely online, and everything you need to do will be online through Learning House. And you will need to order a lab kit to do labs at home. And we'll go over that again a little bit coming up here. So everything in this course is done through Learning House, and to get to Learning House, you'll go to klamathcc.learninghouse.com and you will log in there. It uses the same ID and password as you would use at MyKCC. Once you get logged in, it will probably take you to a screen that looks like this. If you ever need to check messages for the course or want to go to the messages section, there's this messages area here. It's a good area to use throughout the course if you need to contact myself or other students. And then the center area should have a list of your current courses for the term. So what you'll do is click on the course that you want to access, and then once you click on that course, it will take you to all the content for that course. Once you're in the course, if you want to get back to the dashboard or to any of your other courses, you can click on this My Courses link, and then it will bring down and drop down a menu, and you can select dashboard or any of your other courses. When you select the ENV 170 link, it will take you to our main course page, and this is where you'll get everything that you need to complete the course. So on the left-hand side of this page is the latest topics area, and if I've made any announcements, those will show up there. I will make announcements if there's any changes to the syllabus or anything else that I'd like you to know for the upcoming week, so that's a good thing to check whenever you log in to learning to the course. Just check that and see if there's any new announcements. On the right hand side is a calendar. This is a great reference to keep track of your due dates. Anything that shows in pink means there's something due on that date, and if you click on that link, then it will take you to a list of what's due on that date. The upcoming events below that shows pretty much the same thing, just a written out form list of what's due. The only thing that's not on the calendar are discussions, which are due every Wednesday and Sunday, and we'll get into those in just a little bit. In the center of the page is all the main course content. So for example, during this lecture, we'll be going over the syllabus. So at some point you'll want to click on that link and look at the syllabus. There's also links in this main center area to various handouts that we'll use throughout the course, to a student chat area if you want to work with other students. Another useful link is at the top of the page here. If you click on this course, it'll bring down another drop-down menu where you can look at your grades, the assignments for the course, chats with other students, discussion forums, quizzes, and resources, which has a link to all the files for the course. And that's just another link that you may find helpful to get around to some different areas within the course. If you scroll down just a little bit on the main course page, you'll see the various weeks throughout the course. So for example, for week 1, we'll be covering chapter 1, Understanding Our Environment. Right below that is the weekly overview, and there's a link called Objectives, Activities, and Assignments. I would recommend that you check out that link before you get started each week. It goes over the objectives, or what you should be learning for the week, and all the different things you should be working on for the week, so it breaks those down. Below that are the various lecture and lab activities. So as you can see, there's a link for the Chapter 1 lecture. You'll click on that to view the lecture. At some point during the week, you'll want to read the chapter and submit your Chapter 1 outline. There's a link to how to do the outlines right here. And in most weeks, not all weeks, you'll be turning in an outline for the chapter. And then again in most weeks, but not all weeks, you'll have a discussion. So if you click on that link, it will take you to the discussion topic for the week. Please make sure you read the discussion handout before you begin your discussions. It gives instructions on how to do your discussions to make sure you get full credit for those. And then below that are the lab activities. So you'll click on the link for the week 1 lab, and it'll have all your different lab activities and information there. And you will also be ordering your lab kit during the first week. So there's a link there to click on, and just let me know when you got your lab kit ordered. And the check boxes on the right, when that box gets checked, that means that you've completed those assignments. And those are just for you to use to keep track of, to make sure that you've completed everything in the week that you should be completing. So if you look at the first page of the syllabus, it has some general course information. For example, this is a 3-unit lecture, 1-unit lab course, which means you'll spend about 3 hours of time on your lecture coursework. And then 1 unit of lab means about 3 hours of lab time per week. And this doesn't include your time spent on your reading and your homework. The amount of time that you spend in an online course should be similar to the amount of time spent on an on-campus course. You'll notice also on that first page, it has my phone number and email and my office hours.
Okay, so moving on to your what's the materials required for the course. This is what your textbook looks like. It's Environmental Science 7th edition, and you will also need a lab kit from Carolina Biological. So this link here is the link that you can use to order directly from their website if you're paying by credit card. If you need to pay with financial aid or cash, you can go to the bookstore and they will give you a voucher code, and then you will go to this website here. So you'll go to a different website if you get a voucher code, and you'll enter in that voucher code, and then you can order your kit that way. The cost of the kit is somewhere around $102. I think I read somewhere that it might have gone up a little bit this term, but somewhere around that cost for the kit and shipping and handling. And the kits can take up to 2 weeks to arrive, so please place your order as soon as possible. I think we start using the kits around week 4, so you want to make sure that you get those kits ordered soon here so that you'll have them for when we start using them in the weeks that use the lab kits.
On page 3 of the syllabus is a points breakdown for the course. So for this course, you'll have your weekly chapter outlines during most weeks. You'll have 2 tests. You'll have discussions during most weeks, and then you'll have a final. And the total lecture points comes out to 1,000 points total. And then for lab, you'll have weekly lab worksheets and reports, which will be worth 25 points per weekly assignment. And the breakdown for the grades is 90 to 100% is an A, 80 to 89% is a B, 70 to 79% is a C, and 60 to 69% is a D, and 0 to 60% is an F. One really important thing, hopefully you're seeing this slideshow before Friday of this week, but it's really important that sometime during the first week that you get some of your coursework submitted. And this lets me know that you're actively attending class. So since we're not actually on campus and be able to see you be attending there, turning in your coursework lets me know that you are attending. If you don't log in and complete some of the coursework by this Friday, then you will be automatically dropped from the course. So again, very important to make sure that you get something, whether it's a discussion, outline, lab assignment, anything turned in by Friday of this week. If for some reason that's not going to happen, please make sure that you send me an email and get in touch with me if you are still wanting to stay enrolled in the course.
So I know we all start the course with the best of intentions of turning in everything on time, but the reality is that things come up in life that do cause you to miss assignments or be late on things. So in the case that something is late work will be deducted by 10%, but due to the online nature of the course, exceptions can be made, especially if there's technical difficulties, like a link doesn't open, or you lose internet. Please let me know, and in those cases, we'll definitely waive the late work policy, your points being deducted, and give you full credit for those assignments. So if something doesn't work, don't panic. let me know. I'll work on getting it fixed, and then you can have whatever time you need after that to get your assignments turned in. But in general, the purpose of those due dates is to try to keep you on track and make sure that you are getting in all your work done on time and not saving everything until the end of the course. Now, there's some good information in your syllabus on technical support information through Learning House, tutoring services that are available, information for students with disabilities, and equal opportunity information. So I'd recommend that you read through this section in your syllabus on page 4 and reference this information, especially if you need it as the course progresses. Now, the discussion is an important part of your grade, and students are expected to actively participate in the discussion board each week. You'll have a discussion, what I call the initial posting, and that's your initial response to the discussion board prompt due Wednesday of each week. And then you'll be responding usually each week to 2 classmates by Sunday of that week. Now, in all discussions, it's important that you treat other students with respect. Remember, this is a real person that you're talking to on the other end of the computer. And so treat them with respect. And also, please use professional English and punctuation, not text message or Twitter talk, slangs, abbreviations, or all uppercase or lowercase. That will deduct your grade, or your discussion may not count if it's not written in proper English. So please just keep those things in mind as you do your discussions. If you wanted some more information on online etiquette, there's a site listed there, www.albion.com. So you can look at that site and see some general etiquette rules if you are curious more on some general etiquette for online discussions. Next section down in your syllabus on page 6 shows a tentative outline for the course. And on the left column here, you'll see what the topic for the week is and what you'll be doing each week. So the readings for the week and your assignments for the week and the lab activities for the week. The middle sections here show the start and end date of the week. And then this right-hand section here shows any due dates for the week. So it shows when your discussions are due, when your chapter outlines are due, and when all of your either lab worksheets or lab reports are due. And this is a good overview of everything due for the course, but please make sure that you do check on Learning House each week and make sure that an assignment or due date hasn't changed. So everything on Learning House will be your most up-to-date information.
Something I'd like to just point out is that this is a summer course, which means that the content that we normally would cover in the course at 11 weeks is now covered in 9 weeks. And what that means is that our pace is a little bit faster, so we'll cover a little bit more each week. And some weeks we'll have 2 chapters to cover, so it's really important not to get behind, because it's even harder in summer term to get caught up if you do get behind than it would be in a normal term. So please make sure you try to stay on top of your weekly assignments, get things turned in each week, and stay caught up with the course. Okay, so we've covered all the basics for the course. Now you are ready to actually get started with the course. One thing I'd like to just say is, like it says on the right, keep calm because science is fun. Hopefully this will be an enjoyable course for you and you'll learn something from it. And I know a lot of people tend to kind of panic with the science courses, but I think this is a pretty interesting course. Hopefully you'll find it interesting. And you're ready now to log into Learning House Week 1 to get started with your 9 weeks of science fun. So again, you'll click on Week 1, go over that weekly overview, go over those objectives, activities, assignments, and then you're ready to get started with all of your assignments for the lecture and for the lab for this week. So that's it for our intro to the course. Once you get started with your weekly assignments, if you have any questions at any time, please feel free to let me know either through the messages section or through email. So I hope you have a great term, and I will be in touch with you again in week 1.